Hi, I'm Pravinita Singh-Pillay, Principal Lawyer from Cornerstone Law Offices. You've made the decision to make your estate planning documents, your will, your enduring power of attorney, and your advance health directive. As a lawyer, what would I like to consider before I start thinking about my will or giving instructions to a lawyer to make my will? First of all, who would I want to appoint as the trustee or executor of my will? That would be someone I would consider who is comfortable dealing with lawyers, doing the paperwork, doing the running around for my estate to make sure my wishes which I expressed in my will are taken care of in a timely manner. The second thing I would consider is what specific gifts would I like to leave anybody? For instance, do I want my specific jewelry to go to somebody? Would I want my property to go to somebody different? Would I want to leave some things to charity? Or would I just simply want to leave a holistic estate, all of it, to one person or to share amongst other beneficiaries? I need to consider whether the division is being appropriately made to minimize a claim on my estate. Thirdly, I would like to consider, and it's important, that if you have young children, as to who the guardian would be if your partner, your spouse, or the other parent, basically, of the child passes before you. So it's important that a guardian is nominated and that's been thought out carefully. A guardian doesn't mean that the children have to live with them, but they will be financially responsible for handling the affairs of the children in line with what the trustee does in terms of managing their finances, but taking care of the day-to-day needs. Similarly with your pets, if you don't have children, what happens to your pets? That needs to be considered and covered in your will. If you're a business owner, just like myself, then I'd want to also think about what would happen in the event of my death to my interest in my business. What is my succession plan? Have I got it all sorted out in my shareholder agreement with my business partner or partners? And that's critical that all these documents talk to each other and are consistent. Finally, I would like to have my final say in terms of whether I wish to be buried or cremated. And more importantly, what would happen to my ashes? That's a wish you can express in your will, and your executor's job is to ensure that your wishes are complied with. So just to recap, think carefully about who you wish to appoint as trustee. Think about any specific gifts you wish to leave to anybody in particular. Think about who you would like to appoint as guardians of your children or pets for that matter. Think about if you have business interests, what would happen to that business interest, whether your entity needs to be sold or it's being passed on to somebody else in your will. And lastly, would you prefer to be buried or cremated? Lots to think about, but it's all achievable. It is your wish, it is your will.